architects, and welcome back to another RPG Architect tutorial. My name is Bert, and today I want to go over something that we kind of touched on in an update video, but something that probably deserves its own standalone tutorial, and that thing is character classes, something that's a staple in a lot of RPGs, so let's jump on into it. We're going to pop open our database, and you can see we got the classes tab section underneath characters, second thing on the grand list here, the grand old list. And if you click on a character down here at the bottom, we have a classes section where you can assign it to each individual character, but of course we need to create a class first. So let's just go through this one little dealy at a time. So we're going to start off by naming our class. We're just going to do one today. So we're going to call this Bert Zerker. We're going to give him a new portrait. Let me slide this on over here. My database has been opening up on my other monitor. It's fun. And we're going to give him a portrait. I like this one here, just off the top of my head. I think it's 144 by 144. That number is burned into my brain. If you know, you know. And just to be funsies, we're gonna change the hue of it. We're gonna go, it doesn't matter, we'll just do the blue one, it's fine. 0.6, okay. So we're gonna give him a different color portrait, just to really drive that home. We're gonna give him a different sprite, and you don't have to do all this. You can just set up a title, but you don't have to change their character portrait or the sprite, but it is an option. So let's go ahead and go to this, set up our character, 3 directions, 3 frames, click the buttons. I think the guy's in bonus, here he is, and then let's set our hue again to 0.6 to get that same bluish color, okay? Again, you don't have to do this. This is just for funsies, but okay. So we have that. If we had a battler, like a side view battle, we could set that up too. We just have the front facing thing, so we don't have to worry about it. Now I'm gonna come over here. We can see it's already set as the default. We start off as rank 1. And you might be thinking, okay, easy peasy, it's done, right? Well, not quite. So what we want to do is we need to assign some statistics, because I mean, what's the point in changing a class if all it does is change the portrait? You know, you want to have, if he's changing to a berserker or black mage or whatever, you want it to affect their stats. So you could set it to your regular level and experience stats, but there is an issue with that. I will show you. So what we really want to do is we want to create a new statistic. Come over here to statistics. Click this empty one here. I'm going to call this class level. We're going to set it to rank. We're going to give it a formula name. I'm going to use CLVL. Yeah, whatever. This is if you don't know, the formula name is what the system will reference, or the formula that the system references whenever you need to reference this. But anyway, let's set a minimum value of 1. We'll just set a maximum of 50. And we can just use this T level as our growth. That was one we did as a joke a long time ago, but we can use that. So you want to have a class, or a rank category and a growth category specifically for your class. So let's go in here. We're going to change this to class level. We're going to change the growth to T level, and we are going to come back to this. Actually, we're going to come back to it right now. So when you change classes, the stats you define here are supplemental to the character stats here. So I believe we'll start at level 5. So his base HP, or no, that's experience. His base HP is 560. And so what I'm going to do just to demonstrate this is I want to add, let's just add 500 HP when he becomes a berserker. And I'm setting it at class level 1, because when we add this class, I'm just going to start off at the base level. I mean, you could start it, you could have the starting point be 5, you can have it be 18, whatever. We're just going to start at 1, so I'm just going to change that stat. And I'll give him an extra 50 MP, you know, whatever. The HP should be enough to get the point across, but okay, and so that's all well and good, but what if you also want to add some skills, some special skills to this class? Well, you would do that here under traits. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and set the class level, but here you can add bonus skills when the character becomes this. So actually, what I'm gonna do, come over to my skills list, I'm gonna resize, let's add 3. I'm just gonna copy the smack talk because that's what he has. And then I'm gonna rename these to Bert Smash, whatever. We're gonna name it, we'll just do something simple. Rush and something simple, open pickle jar. Okay, so these are the 3 skills we're gonna give him. Classes. We're gonna go to traits, and here we can define what skills he gets. So we'll give him Bert Smash, Rush, and Open Pickle Jar. You can leave them on growth. You can change them to when you reach a certain rank. I think if we just leave it like this for right now, this will be fine for demonstration. But if you want him to have to reach a certain rank to get a skill, you just adjust these values here, okay? Let's set these back to 0. Okay, so that's all good. Now, what if you want in your UI, if you want it to display what class you are? That's where the tags section over here comes in. And so now you can give multiple tags here. But for today, we're just gonna go ahead and define what our tag is. Our tag, we're gonna call it class. And we're gonna give it a value of Bert Zerker, okay? There's a lot more you could do with this, but just for displaying, you know, warrior, berserker, black mage, whatever you want to have in your UI, in your battle stuff, this is how we'll do it, okay? Now, let's come back over to classes. Let's say we want to have like a default class for Bertimus here. So let's come over to tags. Let's give him a tag here, class. Let's do Barbarian. Now at default, he will be a class Barbarian, and I've already created some for the other characters. Gab is going to be Goob, Gorlock is going to be the Destroyer, and Miss Guppy is going to be not a fish. So we got each of these characters assigned to the tag, but we want it to display in our UI. I know I'm covering a lot of things off the bat, but that way I can just run the project once and show you everything all in one go. So let's come to our UI, user interface. Let's go to our menu. We've already got all this stuff filled out, so let's go to our character info list here, templated list. See, it's got all this stuff in it, so let's select that. Let's come down to our item components. Let's go ahead and add one more. We're gonna call this class label, I guess. Set the font size that we've used. We're going to use template, and we're going to type tags, and then this is where you call the label, whatever. This is where we'll type class, you know, and we could have used the word title, in which case we would put title here. You could have put job, whatever, but we used class, so that's what we're putting here. And now we just need to position it in the spot we want. just about there. That's fine. All right, let's see. So we've got it listing in our UI. We have new skills. When we change classes, we're gonna change the UI label. We're gonna gain HP when we become the class, and we're gonna gain MP. So I think that's everything we needed to do in the database. Let's go ahead back to the map here. Let's copy over, let's just grab this lady. Oh, I need to be on entity, duh. Copy her. Let's put her up here because I need to talk to them dudes, them Google Gobbles. Let's just get rid of all this, or most of this. Of course, it shows somebody who has a ton of things on it. Let's just start from scratch. Okay, there we go. We are going to, you know what, a habit we should get into is naming these entities. We'll call this class changer. We'll call the script class changer script, whatever. That's a good habit to get into. I know I don't do it in these tutorials, but you really should be naming your stuff. So thought I would show you here. And here we just need to go to character, change class, target party. We're gonna use value 0. This is the character in the first slot. This is Bertimus. If we wanted to do Gab, it would be 1. If Gorlock, it would be 2. Miss Guppy would be 3. So on. We have it set by default. It's Berserker. And we want to set adjust rank. We're not removing class. Rank is value 1. This all looks good. We're gonna do a message, display static message. We're gonna say class change. Class changer Javier. And we're gonna do a portrait just because we can. This guy. Oops. 144. 144. Him. And let's change his model just to match. Match-ish. There we go. Alright, and that's all there is to it. This will give us the class Berserker. And, oh, I should set my message template, message Books. Yeah, I think that's it. And let's create another character real quick, just to show class removal. We'll just leave him there. Okay. This guy will say class removed, class changer, Eduardo. Now, when you're removing a class, this is a little bit more complicated than when you add one because of the tags. So when you remove a class, the tag doesn't naturally revert back. So what we need to do is we need to, at the start of this event, we need to save the value. The source needs to be party. We need to choose active member, unique ID. Which active member unique ID? We're choosing Bertimus, so value 0. And we're gonna save this. Our target is gonna be, we've already got it. We're gonna use global variable 8 for the hero unique ID. Okay, so we're basically saying get the first party member's unique ID and store it here. Okay. Now, after we change class, we're gonna actually, select this. We're gonna remove Berserker from party member 0, and we are going to modify tags. Under data manipulation, modify tags. The provider is going to be heroes, non-battler. Just remember, battlers is party members in battle. Heroes, non-battle is outside. So we're going to do that. We're going to choose. Whoops. We're going to choose unique ID, global variable 8. And we're going to add our original tag back, barbarian. Okay, so just to recap, we are saving the unique ID of the character in slot 1. We are removing the class from the character in slot 1, slot 0, Bertimus, the first party member. And then we are changing the tag back to our default. Okay, and giving a little message. All right, now I think that's everything. So we're going to talk to this guy. We're going to change our class. I'm going to show you. It displays in the menu. It's going to change our portrait color, our sprite color. It's going to show the title of the new class. And then we're going to come over here and talk to one of these guys. And I'm going to show you that we got the new skills in battle. Okay. Whoops. Oh, duh. I think I got it set to him by default. I sure do. So let's remove that. Derp. Okay. So now let's walk up here. Just show. Class is Barbarian. Goob, the Destroyer, not a fish. All their titles, their tags are in place. Talk to this guy. Class change. You see his color already changed. We now have the new portrait, new color. Berserker is the title. We have extra HP, so there's that 500 bonus HP. There's that 50 bonus MP. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you this guy. Class removed. Back to Barbarian. Our HP and MP are back down to normal. Let's give it back. Okay. And then let's talk to this guy here, Gooble Gobble. Oh, that's a fake Gooble Gobble. I think this is the real one. There we go. This is a triple. And then let's check our skill. And look at that, we got our new skills in place. Very cool. All right, and I think that's most everything. One thing I forgot to mention, all right, I said I was gonna go over it or show it or whatever. If you were to use on your class, if you were to use regular level, let's just switch it to level and experience. And we did the same thing. You will see, okay, I'm at level 5. Let's talk to him. We get our new class. We are now at level 6. So if you use the same level for character and class level, you will encounter this. And that is why at the beginning we created the class level statistic and we used the T level formula. Okay? And one more thing, if you wanted to display your class level the same way you display your character level, you would basically just do this same thing, do a text component, and then instead of doing LVL, you would do CLVL. And if you're not sure how to do all of this, I suggest going back and watching the user interface menu tutorials. I go over all this creation in excruciating detail. But anyway, all right, that's gonna do it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions, join our Discord if you'd like to become an active member of the community, or another option is you can become a member of our YouTube channel. Click that join button below the video. That's just a bonus way for you to support the channel and the work we put into it, and supporting the engine as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. You have been amazing. I have been Bert, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.